I first got in contact with you and we were like talking about it, and I was like, okay, like I'll get back to you. I just like wasn't able to commit yet. And then I went and tried to do, go to my doctors, try to get answers from them, tried to do a ton of research on my own. And I was just going in circles and I couldn't figure anything out. And that just was really, really frustrating. So it got to the point where I was just like, I cannot keep doing this on my own because it's stressing me out even more. And, everything I research, everything I read, it's just kind of like making my head spin. I don't know where to go next. Like, is this piece of information true? Is that like, I was getting so much information that it was so overwhelming, and I didn't know what to believe, what not to believe. Like, I was pissed off at my doctors. Like, I was upset at like blood results, and nothing seemed to be improving. So then that's when I reached back out to you, and that's when I asked you for your help. Yeah, I wanted it for me again, so I could like have some sort of life and feel alive again. But I also wanted my family to also be happy when they were around me, and not just always like, what is going on with you? Like, why are you in such a bad mood? And why do you not want to do anything anymore? Like, no one could get me to do anything. And I was just like, I couldn't have a conversation with anyone. I was always upset and like pissed off. And I couldn't remember literally like talking to people. And so I was just a mess. And so I didn't want to continue that for myself and then for others either. So I just couldn't take it. Clearly medication wasn't just doing the trick. So I was feeling very hopeless. Like, I didn't think, I was going to get better. I remember crying, just being just so upset. And I was just so uncomfortable. Yeah, I mean, I was just in such a low place that I was like hurting so many people by not getting help.
Yeah.
And myself, that like, it was just silly for me not to take that, opportunity and invest in my health and like really just jump into it, because I have so much more living that, after 12 weeks, my life has just, changed. Like, it's flipped. It's, changed from sleeping on the couch all day and not having like a personality to, being out and about all day. So, and, wanting to do things and actually enjoy life. So, there's, I don't know why you wouldn't do, something. My mood, like, everyone was like, you're just like you're more present. I was a lot more present because I don't think I was always thinking of my issues.
Mm-hmm.
And so that was a big thing. People kept saying like, you're much more present, and like you seem more like awake. And that's really like really hard to hear, but I'm much happier. I'm a happy person. And my mood, I'm not irritable. I have like patience now. I can have conversations with people. I can remember things. Like, I'm not just going through life just to get to the next day to sleep. Like, I am, able to do whatever, just normal things now. Everyone notices how much better I get people telling me all the time, like, I'm like, dang, how bad was I? Like, people tell me all the time, like, you're such a happy person. Like, I'm like, yeah. It's sad because for so long, like, that's, you just don't want to hear that before I felt like that's who I was, and that defined me and like everything. And now it's just a little piece of me. It's there, but it's just there. Before I got help from you a while before that, I was like, sleeping 15 hours a day. I almost had to quit my job. So starting with that, I can work a full day, I can work overtime, like which is awesome. I don't feel like I need to, run home to sleep all day. I can actually focus on listening and then talk, like just little things like that. So that has definitely been a big step for me, to not have that brain fog where I can't really have a conversation with someone. You really cover everything from, our internal emotional stuff to like, supplements. So it's everything. It's not just one thing. Which someone, who suffers with Hashimoto's, like, you really need to understand all of that. Especially when we're going to be stuck with it for life. Like, we need to have that information handy too, and that you do like a good job of laying it all out and very visual. And you're always there for us to ask questions and be interactive with, and you don't make us sit there and spin our wheels. You just covered everything very well. And it wasn't like you're left at the end being like, what the fuck did I just watch? Like, I don't get it. Like,
Yeah.
and like, if we were, we had the Zoom call and stuff to like hash it out. So, I mean, I think that was the best part. You are crazy to not invest in your health and get help. You're just going to be spinning your wheels, sitting in the same place you're sitting, doing all this crazy research on your own, stressing yourself out more, raising your cortisol levels even more, and
Forget about it.
and in the same place. So yeah, 100% anyone with Hashimoto's needs this information, needs this program, no doubt.